Hello students, hope you are watching the videos sent to you and also solving the worksheets forwarded to you. Today we are starting a new chapter in science. Today we begin the second chapter, the living world. By now you must be familiar with your science textbook. This is the cover page of your book. Today we are going to learn the second chapter, the living world. In the picture alongside, you can see many things. You can classify them as living things and non-living things. The dog, the hen, the girl, and the tree are all living things, whereas the ball, the kite, fan, bucket, etc. are non-living things. When we classify, we use certain features that are seen in living things. These features are not seen in non-living things. Such features are called characteristics of living things. The first characteristic is growth. All living things, plants and animals grow. A baby grows up to become an adult person. The baby gains weight, height, and strength during that time. The same thing happens in other animals also. If you see, the clothes that were fitting for you last year may not be proper for you this year because you have grown bigger. You can also observe growth in the plants around you. During the lockdown, you had planted various seeds and observed them grow into plants. Now try the activity given on textbook page number and observe the plants for 10 to 12 days. You will see that the height of the plant changes as the days pass. All animals grow into adults in a certain period. Find out how long it takes for young ones of different animals to grow into adults. Now, there is a difference in the growth of plants and animals. Plants grow as long as they live, while animals grow only for a certain period. That is, as young animals mature, all parts of their bodies grow until they reach a determined size for each species. For example, you will not see a cat growing to the size of a tiger. In plants, it is mainly the width and height of the stem that grows. As they grow, some plants develop branches like the mango tree, banyan tree, etc., while others do not. They grow tall without any branches. Example, coconut and palm trees. Food is necessary for growth. Plants make their own food. Plants produce food in the presence of sunlight using water and nutrients in the soil and carbon dioxide present in the air. This process takes place in the leaves of plants, that is, with the help of chlorophyll in the leaves. This process of food production is called photosynthesis. During this process, plants give out oxygen. Now, what is chlorophyll? It's a green color pigment present in plants. Animals do not have chlorophyll and so they do not produce their own food. They depend on plants or other animals for food. Animals like goat, sheep, cow, etc. eat grass or plants and are called herbivores. Wild animals like tiger and lion kill other animals. They are called carnivores. The intake of food and the resultant growth is an important characteristic of living things. The next characteristic is respiration. Living things need oxygen to live. Inhaling or taking in oxygen and exhaling the carbon dioxide formed in the body is called respiration. Some animals have specific organs for respiration. For example, the fish breathe through gills. Gills are respiratory organs found in many aquatic organisms that absorb dissolved oxygen from water and excretes carbon dioxide. Water flows over the gills as fish opens its mouth and swims. The oxygen dissolved in water diffuses from water into the blood. The frog uses the skin and lungs to exchange gases. Mammals and birds have lungs, which are organs specified for gas exchange. The exchange of gases in a grasshopper happen through the tracheal system, but it begins at the spiracles where air is taken in first. Spiracles are external respiratory openings on the body of an insect. Animals have specific organs for respiration, while plants respire through pores on their leaves and stem. Plants respire by means of microscopic or tiny pores on their stems and leaves. Stomata are pores found on the leaves and stem that facilitates gas exchange. Non-living things do not respire. Thus, respiration is a characteristic of living things. The next characteristic is excretion. Waste substances are formed during the many processes that take place in bodies of animals. These are called excreta, and the process of eliminating or removing them from the body is called excretion. Animals have specific organs for excretion. Plants too excrete. The sticky substance seen on the stem of bubble or drumstick trees are the waste matter. Plants do not have special organs for excretion. Excretion of gaseous waste in plants take place through pores on leaves. Some organic waste are stored in plant parts such as barks and leaves. The gums, oils, latex, resins, etc. are some waste products stored in plant parts like barks, stem, leaves, etc. Eventually, plants shed off these parts. Excretion is a characteristic of living things. Now try this experiment which is given on page number 12 of your textbook. Take a transparent plastic bag, tie it over a leaf of a plant as shown in the picture. Observe it after 6 to 7 hours. What do we see after some time? After about 6 to 7 hours, what do you see? Droplets of water collect on the inside of the bag, and it means that the plants excrete water in the form of water vapor. This process is called as transpiration. Now, what is transpiration? Transpiration is the process in which plants release the water inside it in the form of moisture or water vapor. The next characteristic is responsiveness to stimuli and movement. First, let us see movement. Movement is a characteristic clearly observed in animals. Animals can move from one place to another on their own. This is also called locomotion. Plants also show movement. A creeper growing towards a support, a potted plant placed near a window growing towards sunlight are all examples of movement in plants. Living things move on their accord, whereas a non-living thing is incapable of movement. Example, a chair cannot move on its own. Responsiveness to stimuli. Now, what is a stimulus? A stimulus is an event that occurs in our surroundings. Or stimulus is any action that makes an organism to react. Let's see some examples. When you're hungry, you eat some food. Here, the stimulus is hunger, and the response is that you eat some food. When you touch a hot object, you pull away your hand, or when a thorn or needle pricks you, you pull away. In plants, the leaves of the mimosa plant or touch me not is very sensitive to touch. The leaves close when they are touched. The Venus flytrap is a special kind of plant. When an insect comes near the leaves shut close, trapping the insect inside. These plants are called insectivorous plants as they eat insects. Non living things do not respond. Now, a quick revision of what we have learned today. We studied a few characteristics of living things, namely growth. We also studied that food is necessary for growth. We studied about respiration, excretion, responsiveness to stimuli, and movement. We will see the remaining features in the next video. Till then, write down the important points and also read lesson number 2, textbook page number 9 to 12. Thank you and have a nice day.